Malaysia's best university has cancelled solidarity. Basically, Liga Mahasiswa UM and a whole bunch of different organizations decided to do a Sumut Nusantara solidarity event on UM grounds, show their Mahasiswa power, or whatever that's supposed to be, writing out their placards, packing up some megaphones, practicing their Free, Free Palestine chants over and over again, only to get ghosted and then cancelled with police at their own university.
Arahan saya bersurai sekarang. Kita akan suraikan.
It was all very sad. And so they solidarity'd outside. They stomped on Donald Trump's face and they cried, UM, how could you? Oh hey, isn't that the guy who wanted to cancel Metric? I can see also why these people think that it is kind of like a slap in the face. Having the country's most famous intellectual institution throw a wet rag on your hashtag solidarity with our national heroes.
How did these try to treat you? Oh, brutally, cruelly. Like, can you imagine? We drank from the toilet water.
It's just like the KLCC thing. UM dah jadi Zionis ke? Malaysia dah jadi Zionis ke? It seems kind of devastating. But I guess that's only if you don't read history. Newsflash, UM has been stopping protesters for a very, very long time. The protests that have been held at UM have been very few and far between, partially because there have been some very fun ones. In 1974, apparently they fought with the police, they got detentions, they even took over the university at some point, kind of like the farm animals taking over the farm. That was the Baling protest, with a certain Anwar Ibrahim at the helm, causing a certain Mahathir Mohamad to revise the Universities and University Colleges Act, otherwise known as AUKU. So basically from that point, they just started being hypersensitive about protests at the University of Malaya, which is why they started deplatforming speakers, stopping people from actually coming to the university. It didn't stop them from bringing in Bruce Gilley though. Oh, and it's not just UM by the way, it's like literally every single public university in Malaysia. Some of the victims have been people like that legendary student leader now turned Prime Minister and Syed Saddiq, who it seems got cancelled by AUKU, and who it seems wants to cancel it, saying that we must honour our commitment. Although given that it's Syed Saddiq, not really very confident in the man, not because of the whole corruption thing, but because he made a promise to meet me for pathways. He even proposed a time that we could meet, delayed, did other podcasts, and finally broke that promise after making me wait for the entire year when he could have just said no in the first place. Well, all I can say is, how you do the big things is how you do the small things. But anyway, AUKU apparently was justified for public universities because unlike private universities, which don't fall under the scope of AUKU, they are subsidized, which many of you would have remembered from the whole Edward Wong drama. Basically, he applied and didn't get into UM via UPU, but only got in through SATU, and therefore he decided to go for his USM offer because it was a lot cheaper, and most public university students go through that pathway. I actually have an interesting video clip of Mahathir talking about this exact point with me about 1 year ago.
So AUKU was amended to make sure that people who are studying in the university focus on studying. Later on when they come out, they want to demonstrate, even if they want to have a war against the government, that is their right, because they are spending their own money.
Yeah, thank you, Tun. How fitting that this is a video about hashtag solidarity though, because I also took the chance to ask Tun about the college protests going on in America, to which he said this. We saw in Columbia University lots of scenes featuring students going out and essentially protesting really against their administrations. They were essentially fighting against, well, what they perceive really as support essentially of Zionist regimes and so on and so forth. When you think of that type of situation and that type of protest, Tun, do you view it differently from what we saw essentially with the UUCA?
Yeah, these people feel very badly because of the Israelis who were killing Palestinians. So they had to demonstrate. Of course, when they demonstrate, many of them are private students, they don't get scholarships, and some of them may get scholarship, but they feel very strongly that there is an injustice being perpetrated by the Israelis against Palestinians, but it's about justice.
A greater cause. Understood.
But in Malaysia, we don't demonstrate.
So yeah, Dun knew what was up. Obviously, he doesn't really know what's up when he's talking about US colleges, mainly because it's not in his backyard, but whether you like him or not, he did know how to keep Malaysia in order. If these activists were to actually look just a little bit back at history, they would understand that there's no need to go out there and be surprised Pikachu, because it's not like the university is like especially going up to you and saying, hey, we now are Zionists, like you can't bring in your Palestine, whatever have you right there. Not being able to have your protest is the norm, it is not the exception. You know, it's true what they say that universities are supposed to be a hotbed of political activity. They're supposed to be a place where people discuss the issues of the era, decide the pulse, the direction that the youth want to take this entire country in the future, where there is a need, I guess, for like new ideas, thoughts, and everything else. So when are they going to have solidarity with the massacre of the Christian Nigerians and of the Druze and of the Rohingya that they brought into the country and ditched? Just saying. I mean, I'm sure that there are some people out there saying that Universiti Malaya should not be restraining its students. They are not to be babied and stuff like that. But have you ever thought about how protests can actually disrupt campus and stop things from happening? Like, it happened actually back during 1974, it can happen again, and it has happened in the United States of America. So at least I'm glad that we don't have random pro-Palestine protests everywhere under all circumstances, stopping everything while people declare that it is because of solidarity, and protests are meant to stop you from doing things. We are not at that level in Malaysia, and I'm very thankful for that.
So is he as well.
But in Malaysia, we don't demonstrate.
But yeah, so to those of you out there who are thinking that Malaysia is now Zionist or anything else, I encourage you to think of things another way, which is that it's actually a good thing that KLCC and are blocking protests like this, because it shows that you can't just go out there and break the rules just because you are in so-called solidarity. Based on your mood, based on how you feel on a particular day, you can just go out there and then start screaming, "Free, free Palestine!" You can't just have people's feelings or thoughts overrule the institutions, the frameworks, the structures, and everything that we need for society to function properly. I do think that we need a balance, and I think that the university is in every right to decide how it's going to maintain that balance, under what circumstances it's going to maintain that balance. So it's not like has never done any solidarity with Palestine before. I mean, it's done like peaceful protests, but fortunately or unfortunately, when it comes to all of this, going out there, going with megaphone, flag waving, having encampments, yeah, we still kind of draw the line here. But so yeah, in any case, cancelled solidarity. What do you think, Sapoops? Do you think this is a good thing, or is this a bad thing? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. That's all I'll say about that, and bye.